looked at the weather as I was getting out of bed. It was already 78 degrees at 6:45. Good morning, guys. It is 7:17 on, what is today? Wednesday, August 12th. Today will be a busy day, but I wanted to get one thing recorded for you guys because I've been so lax on getting videos recorded and posted to the YouTube because there's been so much going on the farm, personal life. It's just been crazy. So I'm sorry, but it is what it is. The one thing that I want to get done right now is some coffee, so let's do that. After we get coffee this morning, we're going to go outside to the high tunnel. I say before it gets hot, but I looked at the weather as I was getting out of bed. It was already 78 degrees at 6:45. Yeah, you just gotta be out there basically before the sun is up. But I'm gonna get out there before it's unbearable and show you how tall and humongous the moringa, well, one of the moringa trees out there is just doing so well. The others are doing good, but it's so tall. It's huge. I also need to change the batteries in the beehive. Beehive is the device that waters for us. It's set to go at a certain time each day, and the battery, I don't remember if it said it was dead or low, or it might have been low and now it's dead. I don't know, but we can't have that happening. There's not much growing in the high tunnel right now, so most of the drip irrigation is off except for a few rows, and that's to the moringa. That's to, I think I had some eggplant out there, but it wasn't doing so good because of white flies. Of course, the rosemary and basil, but my basil, I got remiss on harvesting it, and so a lot of it was starting to flower. So it's been so hot, and I've had to get up so early in order to do anything in the high tunnel that the high tunnel has pretty much just gone wild this summer. Because of the way I'm taking my medications now, getting up early, like before 6 is really difficult. And if I do get up before 6, I'm usually good for nothing. So so it's just, this summer has been, and you're like, okay, we'll go out in the evening times. In the evening times, the mosquitoes swarm you. Like, it's so bad. I've been researching some different options. Even though we've not had a lot of rain over these last few weeks or so, we have a lot of trees. You've probably noticed up on the hill where the high tunnel is at. And my understanding is, just researching the mosquito life cycle and how they live, is that they will typically use trees to hide and sleep and stuff like that. And so we have a lot of trees. And I do believe it because our trees are full of those huge garden spiders as well. Like the ones that look alien and robotic and like they'll kill you. They're all in the trees. And so I do believe that they have to be there for a reason. They're, you know, they're eating something. So even with all the spiders, the population of mosquitoes is ridiculous. We've worked on keeping the water level, like standing water, down, flipping buckets over and stuff like that. But right now, it doesn't really seem like it's helping. So if you have any tips and tricks, please let us know. Okay, so here we are in the high tunnel, and I have 3 of the moringa trees in here. This moringa tree wasn't the very last planted, but it was among 2 of the last ones planted. It's underwhelming. You're probably thinking, hey, she told us she was going to show us some big moringa. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I fertilized, but it's alive. But, you know, moringa trees tend to love the humidity. They tend to love the heat. So I expected any moringa trees that I put in the high tunnel to absolutely kill. Very surprised about this. Very surprised. Now, as we back up here, I'll show you another one. And I'm specifically trying to not show you much in the high tunnel right now because that's going to be another video. It's actually not much to see. It's very underwhelming. But we're going to talk about that in another video. All right. Here's our next moringa. It was the second one planted in here. And you can see it's a bit greener than that other one there. But still relatively small. And to be honest, these 2 are smaller than the ones that are even outside in our trellis garden. So, yeah. But these leaves are good. You know, I could still use it. It's just, we're talking about the plant itself. Like, what is going on? 3 feet, 3.5, 4 feet away from it is our ginormous moringa tree. All right, so you can already see by the trunk of the tree that it is a good bit bigger than the rest of them. I'd say at the very base, it's probably about 1 inch in diameter. And let's just cruise on up the highway here. It's about 3 feet from, maybe 4, from the top beam. This thing is huge. I probably could have pruned it a little bit better this year. Actually, I haven't, besides like pulling off a few branches to make a little tea for myself or eating a few leaves, I haven't really personally done anything with this particular bush. Spiders have used it to hide. I'm not going to see now that something is eating on some of the leaves, but guys, look it. Just look it. All right, so let's talk about how we're going to harvest. All right, so I could cut the top out and try to promote some growth towards the bottom. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to probably try to cut about here and just harvest all of that up there because a lot of this has been eaten on already. I may cut some of this, but at the bottom here, like down here, I may cut some. But for the most part, I'm going to focus on that there. So I have my good snippers with me, thank goodness. I think I'm going to cut right, let's see, maybe, yeah, right here. I'm going to cut right below that. And then we have this whole other branch over here, this little side shoot too. I figure out what I'm gonna do with that, but let me grab my snippers. Whoa, what did I say? I think I said right there, but I think I want to go up a little higher. Let's do here. Boom. Let's go ahead and it's pretty good. Now, what will be interesting is to see like how much. Should I cut that other branch? I feel like I should cut that side shoot. Maybe. Because, yeah, it's not making a whole lot. Just kind of long. I'll cut that too. That's been eaten on. Okay. So, we have these two pieces here. And it's going to be interesting to see like how much this actually is per like volume, like weight. Once we've removed the stems and everything, the smell is quite interesting. Just for I'm gonna prune just a little bit off of these smaller ones too. Maybe it will trigger some growth. I'm pretty sure I'm out of the frame now, but I'm just going down and trimming a little bit out of both of those smaller bushes that I showed you earlier. Okay, so now that we have these, let's migrate down, excuse my fan. Let's migrate down to the hill, and we will, down the hill, and we'll show you the moringa plants that are growing in our trellis raised bed. All right, so we have what we've harvested thus far there. Now let's make our way over to the trellis garden and get that taken care of. I can show you those. Okay, so we are over in the trellis garden, and you can see that moringa there is doing pretty good. It's right behind that large one that we had in the high tunnel. Oh, I got some beans I need to pick too. Yeah, so we're just gonna do the same thing. I'm going to harvest just like the top of it, and we've got a good 2.5 months before the temperatures start to really go down any, like before it starts to cool off. And so that should be plenty of time for them to put on more growth and for us to potentially be able to get another harvest. Now, let me say this, I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge I could have probably already had 2 harvests already, but again, life. This tree is pretty resilient, and so there are some other things in the garden that I was trying to focus on, and so this just kind of sat here and grew and did its thing. And so finally making some time and space in the schedule to get it done. And I'm just happy that we're finally able to get it done. So yeah. So let me get you set up, and we'll go ahead and get these harvested as well. All right, so some yellowing on the leaves over in here in this garden. And so I'm thinking we might need some, oh my gosh. Ones are getting big. Sorry guys, squirrel. Okay, so let's cut this one about. I do want to be able to, this year I'm going to try to overwinter these again, and I'm going to take it much more seriously this year. Last year it was just like, let's just see. But I've heard really good things about when they overwinter and come back. You can get the little seed pods off of them. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go here on this one. Okay, boom, boom. That's what we got. All right, let's put that there. And should I go? That looks pretty good. Let's get that too. I'm not gonna I don't want to completely decimate it. But a lot of this looks really good. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna stop. All right, and then we have, I really need to harvest these beans, y'all. See, this guy isn't as big. I think it's a little bit more shade down this end, which is why I did put more cucumbers down here on this side too. So that could explain it. I'm gonna go about the same, maybe a little bit shorter on this one. Oh, look, it's putting off one of those side shoots too, like the one in the high tunnel was doing. That's interesting. Ooh. We're gonna take most of the side shoot here. I wonder, are they, since Moringa is fairly new to me, I've only grown it for is this my second or third year? I'm still learning quite a bit about it. And so I'm wondering if these side shoots are kind of like the suckers on like a tomato plant. I'm wondering if it's better to have like one leader on it versus a bunch of them. Okay, I'm gonna grab this bean while I'm over here. I should say these beans. I don't know if I'm even in frame anymore, guys. Okay. Oh, that's a long one. That's because it's a long bean. No cucumbers to harvest today. That's going to be a really weird shaped one. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think everything over here needs a good fertilizing. Friday is my fertilizing day. And I think I need to get over here. But anyway, we got some beans. We got some more moringa and a leaf-footed bug. Ooh, well, I just cut it in half. That's gross. Yeah. Long beans too. Put them over in the basket. Yeah. Y'all, the mosquitoes have been pretty persistent this morning. They usually give me a break in the morning time, so that's depressing. So, now that we have all of this harvested, what are we going to do next? What is the next process? Well, come back, check us out in part 2 of our moringa harvest and prep videos, and we will will give you all of that inside information. Of course, there's 1,000 videos out there about how to do this. So I'm thankful that you guys decided to come over to our channel and get a little bit of information and a little bit of entertainment at the same time. I mean, how many people out here on YouTube is sporting a fan hat? I mean, come on. See you in the next video. And remember, grow big from home.